it's Trey Dynasty. Like I say, welcome back to another video, and today we're gonna do something I haven't done in a while, and that is another episode on my Memory Lane series. This is a series where I check out albums that I used to really enjoy, but it's been a long time since I listened to it, so I listen to it again on video to see if it holds up or not, or album that's been out for quite a while and has been praised or disliked, but I never listened to it, so I go back to and listen to it and see if I get my opinion. Last episode we did on Uzi's Love is Rage. Now today we're gonna check out Denzel Curry's 2018 album Taboo. Now I remember listening to this album back then. It was my album of the year that year, and Denzel Curry was was really my favorite rapper around that time. I don't really listen to him that much anymore. Just that things changed. But I remember this album being praised by a lot of people, which which back then I thought the praise was deserved. Now here we are, 3 years later. I'm here to check out again and to see if I'm still into it, because it has been maybe a year or so since I had gone back into this project. So we're just gonna here to check it out, see if it still holds up to this day for me, you know. So let's just get right into it. Let's start with the first song called Taboo. And fun fact, I actually used to use this song as an intro for some of my videos, but they kept getting copyrighted, so I stopped using it. So here we go.
Scars and tattoos. This beautiful taboo, always with a lot on her mind. Heard you were molested when you hit the age. Cry me 1,000 licks on my shoulder blade. I play with you, pray with you, and pray to you. Come to the darkest side of taboo.
Now I remember really enjoying this song, when I first heard it, and ever since then. And I still think it's actually a pretty good song. I love the production. I love how dark it sounds and stuff, and Denzel Curry's singing at the beginning is pretty good, and then when he switches to his rapping, I like that part too. When I was younger, I never really noticed how deep this song is until I actually, sat down and listened to it now. And basically him just talking to this person saying oh, I know you've been through all this. I know it's hard for you to open up to people, the stuff that you've been through. And he's just saying regardless that I'm always gonna be there for you, try my best to help you and stuff like that. And why I noticed that at some points it kind of be sounding like he's talking about himself, because like the line he said heard you were molested at the age of 5. And I remember I think it was The Breakfast Club or something like that. Denzel Curry admitted that he was molested when he was a child, which was an unfortunate thing, and it scarred him for his life. And that's where kind of the other line came in, all I have is permanent scars and tattoos and stuff. And he's also talking about in a way that he's kind of had a dark past in his life, and he's trying to go through, he's trying to get through it. It can be hard, which is unfortunate, hearing about his stories, but I'm glad he's able to share it in a way on his music. And again, I thought the music always just sounded good, but I never realized how deep this song was. So for this song, I'll give it a certified thumbs up. It's pretty good. Next song is, Black Balloons featuring Gold Link and 12
Die in a minute, got my mind in a skillet, suicide. Let it be the day the pain stop.
Let it flow by me.
Heaven or hell, which one prevails, Which one my son to think so he can fly, yes I can be. Oh, he can turn the fire in a pitchfork, bitch.
I don't know, but I remember I used to not mind Gold Link's verse on it, but I never really thought it was outstanding. I still feel that way. It's more so because his voice, I understand they maybe made him sound that way for it to add certain effect to it, but he just sounds like a computer in a way. And I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it like that. But Denzel Curry, I thought he did pretty well. Was 12 on the hook, or was he the producer? I never got that part, but I thought the hook was pretty decent. The production was overall interesting, unique, and it still sounds pretty good to me. And another thing about Denzel Curry is that he's always been one of those rappers where I'm maybe not the biggest word scheme type of guy, but but for some reason when he does it, it never bothered me at all. And I don't know, I just always feel his flow and delivery interesting. I kind of got that on hearing him. I didn't get it all, but I think he was more so talking about life again, different struggles and stuff like that, and just hoping it all ends and how it all just goes away, which is good subject matter. Denzel Curry was always the type of person where I didn't get every single thing he said, but I did get some parts here and there. So that's what I got from this song. And I like this song, but it's not it's not as good as the first song. Next song is Cash Maniac.
Flow stacking money, fuck a hater, free back in my palace on fly like just like Disney. My words are like magic.
See my future, but you cannot have it.
All my troubles and problems have shifted.
Again, like, it's just like the production is interesting, unique, but it still sounds good. Like, to me, like, that's what some lyrical rappers kind of get, like, messed up with, in my opinion. For me, like, it's that their production never be for me, but, like, the way that Denzel Curry just, like, does it, like, the way, like, Denzel Curry has the song, it's just, like, it just hits for me, you know? And even though he's not in, like, he's, like, aggressive state, like, he usually, like, he's in some of the songs, my personal favorite state that he's usually in. But, like, yeah, like, I'm actually feeling this production, even though I used to think, like, this used to be one of my least favorite songs right here, mainly because of the feature, but I thought she actually did it pretty well. I thought it was pretty catchy, I'm not gonna lie. And then the Curry, again, like, his delivery, his flow, his wordplay, it all just worked out, and pretty much, like, and another thing about him, like, so far, I know the features kind of, like, outdid him in a way, which is a good thing. And overall, yeah, like, I actually still like this song, so, you know, I'm gonna give it a certified thumbs up. I actually like it. Next song in the final, and also I forgot to mention, like, this album was split up in acts. So there's Act 1 Light, with the one we're listening to right now, Act 2 Gray, and Act 3 Dark. So we're about to end Act 1 with Sumo. Pockets too big, they Sumo. Pockets too big, they
Curry get the flame, call a nigga Prince Zuko. Swimming, rada. Never gave a fuck, pockets too big, Rakesh. Pockets too big, they making free bands in the future. Pockets on the nigga, people try to block a nigga, sound like lunar.
This song still hits. Oh my goodness, it has been forever since I heard this song. It still goes hard. The one negative I will give it is that the production is a bit simple. It is a bit simple, but it works for what he was trying to do, like a more hype, energetic delivery, like aggressiveness of it. It all worked pretty well, and then I kind of like some of the references he made, like pulling your car like Uno. I don't know, I thought that was funny, and then like the chow line where he's like rah 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 rah. I just like the hype factor to this song. So for that, like, I'm just gonna give it a certified thumbs up. And that was the end of Act 1. For a while, Act 1 was my least favorite out of all of them. But like, listen to it again, like, well, I don't really know if it's still my least favorite because I gotta listen to the others, but like, I still like it, you know? But one thing that confused me, like, Suma, because like, it sounded to be like part of Act 3 or Act 2, but I guess like, I guess you could kind of see some ways like a transition from Act 1 to Act 2 in a way, if you know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, like, maybe it's like that, but we'll have to see. We are now starting off with Act 2, Gray. First song is called Super Saiyan Superman, and I'm not gonna lie, ever since like I've heard this album, this has always been my least favorite song off the project. So if that changes today, I will welcome it. But if it doesn't, I'm not mad at it. So let's start it.
Super Saiyan, Curry got the hair like a Super Saiyan, y'all.
Before going, can we just mention how overpowered that would be though? A Super Saiyan Superman. Like, can we just go over that?
If she slide, then she better be clean like Ty. Legendary shit, you on your secondary shit. Shout out to the Reaper, I drop ether, drop more crack than egg. Look at the testament, better than ever been, making the estimate. Kill shit, my Navy SEAL shit.
I think my least favorite has switched because I'm actually really digging this song. Like, I remember like I used to skip this song a lot when it came on while shuffling the album. But now, like, I actually like it. I don't understand, like, why I didn't like it. Like, the production is pretty good, pretty interesting. Denzel Curry, again, like, his wordplay was good. He actually has some good lines. Like, the one line that I thought was, like, a bit, was, like, the line about, like, the Tide, the laundry detergent, stuff like that. That one's a bit, like, I guess you could say corny, but, like, it wasn't bad for me. But yeah, like, overall, like, I think it's actually a pretty good song, but like, it's still not my favorite, but I think my least favorite now is Black Balloons. I kind of think of it now, but anyway, I thought it was still a pretty good song nonetheless. And now, the second song to Act 2 is actually what used to be my favorite song on the album, called Switch It Up.
By any means, run it up. Y'all don't fit when you don't gotta fit. If you one of my homies, he pulled the gun on me, he turned the code on me. Blame this for the pain in Florida, bipolar vibe. Could I see through my lens? lenses when I can't see who my friend is. Funny what these new niggas might do, but I lesson learned I'm going.
Yep, that song still holds up. Jeez, that's a good song. Like, oh my goodness. Like, it is still my favorite song on here. Like, well, I think the main thing is that, like, how he constantly switched his flow, his delivery. He would go, like, to, like, a bit calmer, to, like, a bit more aggressive, to have, like, a faster flow, to have a slower flow. It's just, like, the way he just, like, switched through those was so good. And production just hit so hard. And then, like, again, like, the wordplay again was pretty good. Talking about, like, he can't tell, like, who his friends are at some points. And, like, people, like, judge him when they don't really know him. Apparently, like, one of his friends pulled a gun on him, like, at some point, which was tragic. So, like, again, like, he still kind of talks about stuff here and there, but it's just, like, the song overall just sounds really good, and it still holds up. Like, so far, this album, it still hits for me, and I'm giving it a certified thumbs up. I am loving this right now. Next song is Mad I Got It.
When I never had shit, but man, I got it. Go in, I'ma go for the win on point like syringe. Niggas gon' hate on the man that I become. You really gon' hate when they can't destroy you. I keep a heater on my hip, don't need an oven with. I'ma stick a nigga up cause I'm mad he got.
This song is not as good as, like, the previous song, but it's just, like, the previous songs is so good, it's kind of hard to, like, match up to it. I still like this song. Like, him, you know, I think this one is talking about how, like, people are just, like, hating on him, and, like, how, talking about, like, where he came from, like, from having nothing, people judging him, police, women, stuff like that, to now, like, he's starting to get it, now everybody mad at him, now the girls want him and stuff like that. Talking about, like, they's mad he got it in a way, and overall, yeah, I like this song. Like, it still, like, has good production, good wordplay, good delivery, just good overall. It's not, like, the greatest, but I still think it's pretty good. Plus, I thought the beat switch at the end was pretty interesting. So, yeah, I like that song. I like it. Next is Sirens, featuring G.I.D. Now, I'm ready to this one be my second favorite song out of all the songs. So, hopefully it still holds up.
Trying to dislocate my fear cause you broke my heart. Let me dry my tear. Can you see 100 dead bodies in the street?
So dark as black, Marcus War, starting more smart. Tell me what's my real religion? Genocide.
Man, like, I don't really have a lot of words. That's still my second favorite song right there. It still holds up because, like, while thinking about it, this song would have been. I feel like this song would have been big if it came out, like, last year, during, like, all the riots and stuff like that. Like, the murder of George Floyd and stuff like that, because he's more so talking about, like, in a way, he's kind of talking about, like, both of them are kind of talking about, like, how black people have suffered in this country throughout the past couple of years, like, Trump being president, the murder of Trayvon Martin, just, like, the different stuff that's, like, happened to the black community and how tragic it is, and, like, how we just basically, like, need to stand up, and he's just trying to, like, criticize, like, the people and stuff like that. So, I like this song for, like, such a matter, and, I don't know, like, the way the production for me, it's just, like, it just sounds, like, this so, like, calming and stuff. It's just, like, oh, like, this is to me, this is, like, a quiet song to vibe to, in a way, just, like, how it sounds. And J.I.D., although I didn't think he did good as Denzel Curry, I thought he did good for what it was. And Denzel Curry, he's done good throughout this entire album. I kind of like how he compared Donald Trump to Donald Duck. I thought that was pretty funny. But, yeah, overall, like, I like the song, and it's a certified thumbs up for me. And now, we're at the fifth song, and the final song on Act 2. And it's called, and, like, this is a song that, like, was very popular when it started coming out. And I think it's his biggest song out right now. And it's called Clout Cobain.
On my own, I'ma need some help. I'm out trying to make a meal. Oh, why you wanna take? Oh no, who's the one that wanna bottom? Those niggas be trying to floor me. People be thinking like right you cause everything shocking to me.
Man, I remember when this song first came out with his music video, and I was like, what? But then, like, when I watch someone explain it, it actually makes sense what the song's about. Like, basically, it's him, like, he's wearing, like, makeup and stuff around on his face, and it kind of resembles, like, rappers get, like, a bunch of face tattoos and stuff like that, and how and how like they had to like, look like a certain, and how like they like look a certain way, try to act like a clown, like social media and stuff like that, to get attention from other people, and how like a lot of rappers are kind of like the slaves to the industry, like not really make a lot of money, stuck in these bad deals and stuff, and then just like off drugs and stuff, and like how they had to do, and how like they feel like they had to do that so other get people's attention and like make music and stuff like that, and also people themselves like clowning them for like what they're doing, like how they move, like who they are and stuff. And eventually some rappers and some celebrities not be able to take it anymore, where they just take their own lives at some points. Well, so it's basically just like I guess in a way he's just trying to show like how like the music industry and how the whole industry itself can be. So like he did a very interesting way. Like once I got done watching the video, someone explaining it, I was like, okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. And besides that, like the song is just super catchy. That's what I think. It's like a super catchy production, although a bit more simple. I still think it did pretty well for what it was. And overall, yeah, I actually still like the song, and I'm gonna give it a certified thumbs up. And now that was the end of Act 2. This one used to be my favorite act, and so far it still is. But Act 1 wasn't bad either. So we're gonna see how Act 3 is. It's called Dark. And the name of it is, hold on, The Blackest Balloon.
Want the car so they could buy a fucking mansion. Everybody and they mama tweaking on their hand. And shit changed since Little Pete died. On the south side it's
okay, I want to go back and think about what I want to like say. Ain't ish changed since Little Peep died, because Little Peep died of like I think his drugs tried laced or something like that, and he's just talking about like even after like artists dying or getting close to death, it still hasn't stopped like other artists from us putting down the drugs or anything like that. Like, I know it's difficult, I've heard it's difficult, but like it's still a thing to notice. And unfortunately, like one of the more recent examples is Juice WRLD, and like it shows like, you know, it's still happening. He's still talking about like overall like what happened in the previous song, what he was talking in the previous song, how people are still like trying to like just get clout and stuff, and like just like talking about how people be on drugs and like how it like affecting others and stuff. So I'm glad that he's like trying to put attention to that. It's still pretty good. And yeah, like I think I like this song. It's not my favorite, but I still think it's a pretty good one. It's still pretty hype, I'm not gonna lie. Next song is called Perks. I remember I used to listen to this song a lot. Now, I haven't listened to it in a long time, so hopefully it's still good.
My sweat, broke it apart, ran with it. Dumbass niggas, and they don't say shit. Industry niggas the worst, acting like they from the dirt on me. Maybe I should go to jail to get my name up. Get it straight, I innovate. You ad-libs on the 808, I may be overlooked, but I'm never underpaid.
He is talking his mess on these songs right here. He's just saying like, oh, like how like these rappers gotta get tats in their face, how they gotta get locked up, how they gotta like abuse drugs, and like how he's saying like rappers don't really care about actually rapping nowadays, just like a bunch of gibberish. Play Bacardi. How like the rap game is, and he's basically saying like, I don't have to be like that. Even though like I'm not the most looked at rapper, I'm still getting my money, I'm getting respect, and like he's just like gonna keep doing what he's been doing for the past couple years. He has been rapping, and like also talking about like how like other rappers, he kind of comparing some rappers like Shane's the dude from Mortal Kombat. I don't know why I cannot say his name, but like the guy who like steals other people's souls, other people's abilities, like uses them for his own, like how like, other people like be stealing like other people's styles, flows and stuff like that. And he's basically saying like, I never had to do that. I've always just been me, and it's worked out just fine. So like he's just like flexing and talking his mess. He's not trying to hate. He's just saying how it is. So I like that. Plus the beat is just hits so hard, and his delivery and flows. Again, her art is like, there's something fierce, I would say. There's something fierce. So this song, I'm gonna give it a certified thumbs up. I think it's pretty good. Next, and the second to last song on this album is Vengeance featuring Zil, Comey, and JPEG Mafia.
What the fuck you think you're trying to keep on? Trying to get in the black. I wanna talk about a nigga like Jimmy. Neutral until you don't mess with. Respect me when I check you in a 45. You die, pussy. Meet the sky. Rappers. Put your black ass in a duffel bag and start off in a hole. It's a closet and rotate. Hard in the bottom of my head.
This song is like more so like a hype song in the way. I actually think it's pretty good, but like the thing is about this song is like it was always like one of those songs where I like, but like, I would never play it out in person because I feel like people look at me like, what do you listen to? But yeah, like, it's not a bad song. It's interesting how he kind of mixed, like, it kind of sounds like he mixed a bit more of like a rock element in this song, and overall in this like Act 3 itself, like, which is pretty good, like, adds a bit more to production, which I like. Denzel Curry, I like this delivery, his flows. J-Pop Mafia, I never really listened to J-Pop Mafia like that. I only heard like snippets of music, but snippets of his music, but it never really sounded like anything like I would listen to. Same for Zilla Comey, but J-Pop Mafia, I liked his delivery overall. I thought he did pretty good in Zilla Comey. I think he did the second best on here, Zilla Comey. I just like his voice on the song, and like his flow and delivery too. So that's pretty much it. Like, I actually like this song, and I'll give it a right thumbs up. I think it's pretty good. Next, and the final song of Denzel Curry's Taboo, Black Male Terrorist.
I'm raising hell, sending the hell. Back in the dark and mysterious. Laughing away till I do something so I hear that life is a bitch. The P-O-P-D-A-D. Got on my door, but heaven and hell is irrelevant. I hear that finish him, Zell. Finish him, Zell.
Let me say, I like how the song just starts off calm at first, and then it just like goes like a complete 180, like in like more aggressive, up-paced direction, and like I can see this song like scaring somebody at some point. Like, you just like listen to it like, oh, this sounds pretty, like, oh Jesus. Like, I just imagine that happening. But yeah, like, I like this song. This song is probably like my least favorite out of Act 3, but like it's still pretty good for what it is. Like, just like, again, like up-paced style, his more faster flow, his delivery again. It kind of I'm not gonna lie, it kind of reminds me of like back in like, you know, like the old school SoundCloud era where everybody try to like do that kind of like that screamo type of, where a lot of rappers try to do like that screamo type of rap. It's like Denzel Curry kind of used to every now and then. This is one of the songs that's a perfect example of it. But I liked it for what it was, and I think it's a pretty good song nonetheless. Okay, so that overall was Denzel Curry's Taboo. Now, how I feel about it. Before I do these reactions, I usually like make a little predictions in my head, like how I'm gonna feel about a project, where I'm gonna like it or I'm gonna dislike it. I don't try to. It just happens for some reason. And for me, like, my predictions that like I was gonna like this album, but just not really as much as I used to. And I'm glad to say that was not true. I actually still really enjoy this project to this day. Like, there's literally no skips on this entire project, I would say. Like, sure, there'll be some songs I would play more than others, and like some songs I favor over others and stuff. It's just like, I don't think any song on here is awful or bad or even just okay. Like, they're all like really good to pretty good. So it's just like that. That's the one thing. And then like Denzel Curry, like he did his thing throughout the entire album. Like, he switched like his delivery to like something calmer, to something more aggressive, to something just kind of like caught you and like kind of kept your attention. How he switched his flows where he would go slower to a bit faster, and just like overall just like switches it in and out between like verses and stuff, and like bars and stuff like that. The subject matter at a certain point was like pretty interesting when I did hear it, like him just talking about like how his life has been, how like things have like changed overall in life, like how like the black community has suffered, and then like talking about how like certain rappers be like nowadays, and he just saying like he's not like that, he's gonna keep doing his thing regardless like what people think of him. A lot of the features did pretty good. There wasn't the one I didn't really care for was maybe like Gold Link, but that was pretty much it. It's just he just like carries his own album, and that's a good thing. Like, none of them outdid him in this, in my opinion. The only like complaints I have about it is like maybe like some of the production was like a bit simple at some points, and like some songs weren't as good as others. But like overall, I like this project right here. Like, there were no skips, in like what I said previously. And then like looking back on it, I just think my rating like how on the acts is the same. Like, Act 1 is still my least favorite act, even though it's not bad, it's just like not as good as the others. Then Act 3 is kind of in the middle where like I like it, but like it's not as good as Act 2. Act 2 is still my favorite out of all of these. It had like the song that hit the most on here, from Switch It Up, which is my favorite song on here, Sirens, Mad Guy, and even Super Saiyan Superman was surprising because I remember I used to not like some. And Act 1 had some good ones like Taboo, Sumo, and stuff like, and Catch Maniac. And then Act 3 had like Vengeance, Perks, and like Blackmail Terrorists and stuff. And overall, yeah, like I'm actually glad this video because I wanted to revisit this album for the longest time, but I wanted to wait until I had time to do a video on it, and here we are now. And honestly, yes, this album does still live up. It's interesting how I still enjoy this album, even though my taste has changed over years. I don't really listen to Denzel Curry like that anymore, and how he's not really my favorite rapper right now at this point. Even though things have changed, I still find a lot of enjoyment out of this album, and that's a good thing. And honestly, I miss when music used to be like so good back in like 2017, 2018. It still has like its moments here and there now, but it's just not as much as like those 2 years. And I hope we get years like that. And honestly, I do wish Denzel Curry would make another album like this one, but I understand like he tries to like make like a different album every time, so all of them wouldn't like sound the same with each other. And plus, like why make a sequel to this? You know, because like sometimes sequels have a tendency to ruin the first one, you know, if they're not as good. So I'm glad he kept it the way it is. How I would rate it is that like this is like one of the few albums I would ever give an A, because like this album just like all the praise of getting it, it's earned it. This whole album gets a certified thumbs up, and it deserves that A proudly. And this makes me want to like listen to Denzel Curry more again, and like I hope he drops something new soon so I can like check it out, you know. But anyway, that's overall how I feel about this album. Let me know how y'all feel about this album, whether y'all like it or y'all dislike it, or if it still holds up to this day. Also let me know like if I should do like other like Denzel Curry's other albums, because I do think this is his best album ever. But like I thought of him just revisiting Imperial too, because I remember I liked that album, it just wasn't as good as Taboo. But let me know in the comments down below. But sure, also leave a like if you enjoyed today's video, and subscribe for more content from me. And that's really all I have to say. This is Trey Dynasty. Hope you have a great day. Thank y'all for watching, and